I asked you to come up with scenarios of what the World Series would look like, how far down your list would I have had to get to Rangers Diamondbacks if this was April, if this was August?
This was October 1st.
Yeah.
If it was July, when they were both in first place, then I'd be like, wow, these guys are unbelievable. I still would have said, Dodgers, Astros.
That's such a Kratz answer, too, to remember that they had good times in July together.
Yeah, but the
recall is incredible.
Like I said, though,
it is incredible.
October 1st, when the playoffs started, when the playoffs kicked off, in October 3rd.
Yep.
And you would have said the Diamondbacks, Rangers. We all would have been like, no chance. Especially with the gauntlet the Diamondbacks had to go through, right? I mean, going through who they went through, the Dodgers who crushed them, the Brewers who were a first-place team, the Dodgers who have owned them, and then go to Philly? No chance. And then the Rangers, obviously, Tampa Bay, Baltimore, and then their arch nemesis, Houston. Good for both these teams, man. I'm happy for both these teams. I know people outside of Dallas and Phoenix are like, this World Series sucks. So I'm happy for these teams because a lot of people are happy to see new blood.
Before we charge the mound about, what happened last night, Top Father, why do you think so many people are complaining? I mean, and maybe there are more or less than we think, but, there's definitely people like, oh, boring matchup, or, bad for, TV ratings, which we joke about, right? But, that's not our responsibility to worry about, what networks and what the league is making.
Listen, I worked out for the first time in 3 months today, and that's all the people were talking. They came up to me to like, yo, dude, this stinks. Man, I'm not watching it. I'm telling you, at least a handful of guys that I was, working out with over there was like, yo, dude, what do you think now, man? This is, not many people are going to watch it. Listen, you got some new blood coming in, man. You got to watch this series. These boys can play. Adolis Garcia is an absolute stud. Jordan Montgomery just made himself 7 figures. I mean, this is a Texas team that is not to be messed with. And you got Arizona Diamondbacks with a Rookie of the Year in Corbin Carroll. Their pitching staff has been phenomenal. Their bullpen has been one of the best in this playoffs. And that's just to name a few people. And I kept telling these guys, just watch, man. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Just take a gander at this and really take a look at some of the upcoming phenoms that are coming to play here and guys that have been there before. There's some absolute beast of baseball players, and it's going to be like this for a while if these guys doing this well. And I'm excited to watch it. And I told them, listen, it's not the Phillies, not the Yankees, it's not the Mets, over here in the East Coast, not the big dogs anymore. But guess what? This might be a change in the guards. We never know what's going to happen.
I also just can say this because I'm from the Northeast. I think Kratz, the Northeast bias kicks in. Plus, I mean, Todd Father's going to a Jersey workout class, and there's no teams they might be paying attention to. The Mets aren't in, the Yankees aren't in, the Phillies aren't in, the Red Sox aren't in. This is middle of the country against, the West.
I feel like anybody that does jazzercise with Todd is definitely a Diamondbacks or Rangers fan. Either way. But this is good for baseball. 20 of the 30 teams have been to the World Series since 2001. 20 of the 30. Now, if it's all the same teams, if it's you even said it the other day, the Astros, we want to see the Rangers in it. If it's the same teams over and over again, we complain. How about we shine the light on these two teams? People who are complaining about this is who's going to be in it, and they couldn't be more stark opposites. Two teams that the one similarity is their ERAs both were kind of mid as a team, but they're going to steal bases. The Diamondbacks are going to steal bases. The Rangers are going to bop the ball. So basically, based on how I've been betting and guessing on this, the Rangers are going to steal more bases, and the Diamondbacks are going to hit more home runs. So I have no idea.
I love it.
All right, well, let's officially also charge the damn mound so we can get into some of the big topics and some of the petty stuff too. So let's start with the celebration for the Diamondbacks on the field. Alec Thomas, who was actually one of the first FT guests ever, has a Diamondbacks flag. The whole team does, right? And he took it and planted it in the turf. Let's see it right there. Oof. Grounds crew's pissed, by the way. Grounds crew gets pissed.
Season's over, bro. Nobody cares.
The aerated.
But have you
They
ever
got 6 months to get that field ready for next year.
have you ever seen it's usually security with like media where their like foot will like touch like some dirt and they'll be like, hey, do you want to get arrested? And it's like, okay. Meanwhile, someone just planted a stake in your field. Just saying.
Again, pack your shit, boys. Season's over.
It's over.
Got 6 months to get it ready for next year till March or April.
Would you be pissed if you're the Phillies?
No,
right?
dude, come on. No, I loved it when like what was it Manziel? No, it was no, not Manziel. Baker Mayfield, freaking in Ohio State in the middle. Like that stuff's cool, man. Like that stuff is what sports are about, and they're just having fun. This isn't meant towards the Phillies. This wasn't meant towards the players. This is just guys having fun and stuck the flag in the ground. It said champions national. Listen, the Diamondbacks have bragging rights. They're the champions of the National League. And all the people that don't like it, all the people that say, oh, there's too many wild card teams, they still went through the teams and beat them. Teams that everyone thought was going to cruise the World Series. So listen, they to the winner go the spoils. Do whatever the hell y'all want. Like they said, jump in their pool if they want. But go enjoy it, D-backs, because who knows how long until it'll happen again.
And they're nice guys. That's actually true. Remember, Sewald was on with us about a week ago, and he's like, hey, listen, if we lose in Arizona, they can jump in our pool. You know? That's cool.
Yeah.
That's good
And
sportsmanship.
plus, Alec Thomas I've known since he was about 4 years old. So
Is he a
my
badass?
boy representing with me, like something I would do.
Is he a badass?
I mean, I don't know if he's a badass, but I mean, we had him on. He's a good
Yeah.
kid.
His dad
you know?
was a
We had
badass.
him on. He's like, I don't even know if the season had started. So
It was at WBC, so it was early.
yeah, I mean, and he's a rookie. So, he's easing in. I bet you if we speak to him now, he would have like a little more
Yeah.
confidence. No?
No, he definitely would, but he also got sent down this year.
That's true.
So, listen, there was a lot of great stories. I mean, we talked about it last night on the post game. Like, Ginkle got sent down, right?
Yeah.
Fott wasn't there all year. I mean, there's a lot of great stories on this Diamondback team. Just people don't know them because they're in Arizona.
Yep, that's true. Paul Sewald wasn't on the team, and he addressed the team afterward.
All right. Oh shit, sorry. Yeah, we usually don't do this when we pop champagne, but this is a nice tradition. Congratulations to everybody, National League champs, and
Put that on yourself.
That's cool. I mean, not only is he a closer, right? This isn't like the position player, everyday dude who's leading the squad. He wasn't on the team as of a few months ago, Todd Father, and now he's the dude doing the speech. Like, who usually does the speech during a celebration like that?
It's amazing to see that a guy just coming over. I take it back to a while ago. I played with him with the Mets, and you think about where he started. He wasn't that guy. He'd come in, when the team was down a lot, and he'd be that 3-4 inning guys that'll have to just come in and put the team at bay. We'd be up by a lot, and now for him, his resilience to understand that I still got something in the tank. This isn't who I am. Going to a different team after he was with the Mets, making a name for himself over in Seattle, and now doing what he's doing. I mean, kudos to him, man. That's hard to do, especially going into New York. People booing you left and right. He went in there, gave those fans the ear. He knew he was cocky, he was confident about the whole thing, and now he's leading his team after a couple months. I mean, that goes to show you why baseball is the best sport in the world, man. You can come from a different culture, a different atmosphere, a different team. Doesn't matter who you are, but there's a family always for somebody, especially in the sport. So you go to Arizona after Seattle, and they treat you like that, man. That's really cool, and congratulations to him.
Hey, have you been on for any of our Sewald interviews yet?
I've been on once or twice, at least once, yes.
Okay, just making sure, because
Yeah.
I'm like, obviously we got to connect the dots there, but maybe we've done it already. I don't remember.
Yeah,
We've
yep.
had
At least once.
200 something player guest appearances, so it
Yeah.
all starts to pile together. Kratz, let's run through some Zach Gallen shade on social.
Uh-oh.
It's from similar neck of the woods. Yeah, Northeast fans, you want something to root for? You got plenty. If you're a Mets fan, you could root for Scherzer. You could root for Sewald. If you're a Jersey fan, you could root for Gallen. There's plenty of Northeast ish to it. So Gallen had some fun retweets and GIFs and stuff like that. If we've got it, we'll run through it, because here we go. It's 50 Cent. See ya. He didn't pitch. Did you think he was going to pitch, by the way?
No.
He was available.
Yeah,
Wheeler pitched.
Two different wavelengths.
Different games too, right?
So they had the lead.
Meaning they had a lead the whole time, and Torey Lovullo was able to use his bullpen exactly how he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Thompson was chasing. Again, once you get behind in these games, you start chasing. We saw it with Houston, right? You got to start chasing. It messes up your script, like Joe Madden talked about yesterday, right? But Torey Lovullo's script was perfect because he got fought to go what he got, 4 innings, right? And then he went to the lefty. He went to Mantiply, right? And then he saw Frank, and then Thompson, Ginkel, boom.
Ginkel a little earlier than they probably wanted, but who cares?
But if you can't get him to be 5 outs in the 7th and 8th inning of Game 7 of the deal of the World Series,
I think he could have given you 10.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Ginkel could have started the way he was throwing. That shit he was throwing was filthy. So yeah, I mean that's why, because they had to use Wheeler because they were just trying to hold it down. Plus they had to go to their relievers, boom, 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 their higher leverage guys. So it was just different ways it was run. But listen, Torey Lovullo, that was a dream scenario for him.
And
Crazy.
For Arizona, I mean, they got to play their brand of baseball these last couple of games. So we're going to talk to Scott Fransky, who has been doing Phillies radio for a long time. Kratz, how do you think he's going to be? Because he's getting checked in right now.
He's tremendous. This guy's. I mean, I feel like Philly has. Maybe I'm biased, but I also worked with these guys and played as these guys announced. Like to have T Mac and Scott Fransky as long as they have at TV and radio, like. So pro, he's gonna be a little bummed, but he's usually a melancholy person. So I'm more interested to see what he's gonna do in the offseason now.
Bummed or pissed? Because like most Philly fans right now are pissed off. I mean, not at the players necessarily. I think it was such a lovable team if you're a Philly fan. And you know what? Let's just table it because we'll talk to him about it.
They don't know what to yell at. So kudos for Fransky.
They got the Eagles coming up. They're fine.
Kudos for Fransky coming on here after he was just ousted last night. So that's my guy.
All right. Well, we're about to get him in. So let's hit a quick break. We'll run through the poll for you first. The question revolves around league employee Chris Mad Dog Russo. Should he retire, apologize, donate his paycheck? That's good. That's a Kratz special. Or stop making wild comments. Watchstadium.com/foul territory. QR code on your screen. Yeah, donate millions? Nah. No.